Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
I know what people say. Guys aren't very good when they're sick. Guys are babies. Girls are tougher. Generally, girls are tougher when it comes to that kind of stuff. My wife would be the first one in line in the "my husband is a total pussy" line when he's sick. But I got to tell you, I got my second vaccine 2 days ago. And that day I felt great. Nothing happened. I was fantastic. Even that night,
he was invincible.
I was. I even had more. I'm like, I made my own lunch for the next day. Like I was prepared. This is great. Felt fantastic. I woke up at 2 a.m. and I was so sick. It was unbelievable. Everybody that says the second shot kicks you in the butt, that's an understatement. Because I'm just telling you, it's the sickest I've ever been in my life, and I felt terrible. 103 degree fever. I exaggerated. 102 degree fever. I had the worst headache. I have so much empathy now for people that have migraines, because I don't know how you guys do it on a regular basis, because that was I couldn't even open my eyes. It hurt so bad. And had that all the way up until about 6 o'clock. And then I took some NyQuil with some acetaminophen in it. Felt better. Woke up on Friday morning. Boom. Gone. I felt like normal. It was as quick as it hit, it went away. And that's what I heard too. And it's true.
Yeah. It's crazy. What they say, it hits people the hardest. The irony, it hits people the hardest who either have had it and they have the antibodies, or who have the best immune systems.
Oh, no.
So there's the irony in that is that you can hear the argument is that if your immune system is actually better at fighting this off than the vaccine, but it pisses your body off because you already have it in place, and it's like it's trying to give it to you, and it's like, well, I'm going to kick its ass twice as hard, and so that's the irony in the vaccine. Yeah, that's crazy though. That's it's Sasha too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I knew that she's tough. She's tough, so I didn't think that she was exaggerating, but I thought I'm going to skate by. I'm going to be good. But no, it kicked me right in the face.
Well, at least it's done. It's over with.
Yes.
So all is good, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man. I was going to ask you too. Have you been watching anything new on Netflix lately?
No, I don't even have Netflix.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's one of those that I swim in and I swim out kind of things. Every once in a while I'll dive into the Netflix pool and then I'll dry off and go somewhere else. But I dove back in, and I've been putting this one off for a while because I was kind of just put off by the whole concept, the Friends reunion.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's just like, oh my God, will you just let a sleeping horse lie, or whatever that saying is? Sleeping dog lie?
Sleeping dog lie. And I would let.
You don't want to kick a dead horse?
I would let it sleep. I would let whatever animal sleeping sleep.
Just let them sleep. They did a grand, it's like they were 20 years at number one or whatever it was. You know what I mean? I mean, it's, everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to see them all back together. And I'm thinking, oh my God, and they're going to do it for the money, and it's going to be crap. And I also was thinking there would be like like Sex and the City, they were going to be doing another movie.
Yeah.
Sex and the City, which, like a continuation of where they are now, what's going on, in the characters world.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's what it was going to be. And so I finally hit play, and it is not a movie or a show. It's not their characters. It's the reunion of the actors.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is what it is. And unfortunately, it's hosted by James Corden, who kind of drives me crazy. It's like, I just want to tell you, just sit the bleep down for a second. Just shh.
Yeah. It's about the Friends characters. It's not about you, yo.
He gets just a little too excited about excitable things, but I know that's part of his shtick. But anyway, and so they brought them on, and you the beginning of it, you get to see them all come in, and they bring them in, and they had the original set of their apartments. And James Schwimmer came in first, and I think it was, and then Jennifer Aniston, I think, and whatever, watching them all come in and seeing that set. And it'd been a while since they'd seen it, and you could tell. It was really, and I've got to go back because I didn't finish it, but I'm like, it really was kind of interesting because they had the writers on there too, talking about how they were casting it, and they kind of had Schwimmer was kind of like one of their first anchors. He was one of their first ones, and it kind of written his character around some qualities that he had. And Phoebe was Ursula on Mad About You.
Okay.
And isn't Ursula her alter ego on Friends? Right? Her sister
so.
wasn't.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like Ursula, the character, was created for Mad About You.
Oh, that's funny.
And she was a waitress on that show. And I think that's right. And then Phoebe was Friends. But then so they found her, and then trying to fill in the other blanks was, they said that Rachel was kind of the toughest character to get cast, but they wanted to make sure nobody was a star because they didn't want any baggage. They wanted it to be ensemble. So it's just fascinating, really, when you think about it.
I would rather have a reunion show like that than them trying to recreate storylines for these characters, and then have it be bad and the endings are bad and we're all pissed off. I'd much rather have this kind of stuff. This
was honestly, I liked it. I mean, I didn't expect I would, and I really did. Little things like Matt LeBlanc had $11 to his name when he got the part.
Yeah.
I think another one was Courtney Cox. She was kind of famous at the time because she'd been in a few music videos. Remember that whole
Bruce Springsteen? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And Schwimmer had a TV show, and he quit. They told him to quit it, to do this. And oddly, Chandler also was signed on a show, and he told him not to quit because that show, Friends, is not going to make him famous.
Oh man! So what was the other show? Probably nothing.
It was called 2194, and it was about luggage handlers at LAX.
Oh man, rough. Wow,
it's hilarious. And then they had some other people, doing some of the Friends lines, and Reese Witherspoon had a cameo because she played the younger sister of, was it Courtney Cox or Rachel? Rachel, probably.
Yeah, she played Rachel's younger sister.
Yeah. And there was that scene where Joey did his "How you doing?" at her, and Rachel, "Don't you even?"
Yeah.
But there was a lot. They asked, what did you hate about Friends? All the episodes that they did. It was so much fun just seeing their reactions to some of the things, or when they see an item on stage, one of the part of the set, and I'm like, oh my God, do you remember? That's where Phoebe, or I can't remember who, I think maybe Courtney Cox. That's where Cece, they called her Cece. That's where Cece used to hide her lines. So she'd write her lines, and they were under the apple bowl that was sitting on the table in the dining room.
Oh man, and that's good to know they do that. They don't all memorize all their lines. I would totally use cheat sheets.
Totally. They said there was always a script in the sink. That was another one. But the things they hated, the two things that came up, in particular, one thing was the monkey.
They hated
Marcel. Particularly Schwimmer.
Yeah, I bet he did.
The monkey. But it ended up being, it was really funny. It was really funny. And just, talked about, I think they had, Tom Selleck made an appearance. He played a neighbor, he played her father, didn't he?
No,
one of their fathers.
He was a dentist.
That's right. Monica.
Or he was Monica's boyfriend. I don't remember what he was, but he was Monica's boyfriend.
His boyfriend. And then one of the neighbors showed up too. Mr. Heckles was another one that showed. It was just like, oh my God. Yeah. I can't imagine what they were going through, looking around the room, all the memories that would spring forward, all the different episodes.
Yeah. Right.
Right. They played a little game. They had, kind of like a walk down memory lane kind of game, and they had questions for the guys and questions for the girls. What was the name of? And they would, describe something, and they're trying to remember things. It was funny. That was funny. So, anywho, if you're on there, it is
might be worth getting Netflix again for a minute.
Yeah, for $9.
Well, I
stopped.
Right? I used to watch The Office all the time, and as soon as Netflix lost The Office, I left Netflix. So that was my reason. That was the only thing I stuck around for. I'm not the kind of guy that just sits there and scans through Netflix for things I haven't seen to watch.
No. I go there with the intent to watch the stuff that these are the things I want to watch that are on there, right? And I'll go watch them, and then I'm done with you.
Right. Exactly. It's Kind of.
We're not just going to. Yeah. Great. So yeah, that was worth it. Where did The Office go?
The Office is on Peacock, I think. It just went to NBC's streaming platform. Yeah, so that was a big deal. I remember watching it like that last day it was on. I don't remember if it was, I don't think it was January 1st, but I think it was maybe like March 1st or something like that, where it was like the countdown to the last episode on Netflix, and watched it. And sure enough, the next day it was gone. So I didn't re-up the next month.
Oh my God. See, and I did grab Peacock for a month. And I didn't realize they were there, but I grabbed it because I wanted to watch all of Yellowstone's last 3 seasons before the 4th season comes out in June.
I remember we were bitching about this a long time ago about, I wish these networks would just have their shows available on demand. Well, now there's so many stupid apps to buy and subscribe to. Now it's like, well, let's just go back to having them on one platform so we can like just constantly bitching about different things.
Well, they're always going to find a way to screw you.
Yeah.
So
right.
They aren't going to make it easy for you. No chance. Not a chance. Oh my God. Side note, this totally unrelated news story. Totally unrelated news. Because I order a few things on Amazon once in a while.
Right.
And do you have a charity chosen that you can donate to via their Amazon Smile
I do not.
program?
No.
I do, and I have, and it's a program for animals, is what it is. It's adopt, don't shop kind of thing.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, for rescues. And so the other day, I had a little pop up on my screen. Your Amazon Smile Impact, and I'm like, oh my God, your orders that have supported charity. I'm like, holy crap, I've had this thing going on here. Oh my God, every year it's like I've been doing this, and my little program this year has received over $9,000 in donations from Amazon.
Wow.
For this itty bitty. It's called Harley's Dream, and it's just a little itty bitty program. And it tells all the numbers, how much they've donated. Mine, because it has to be from purchases that qualify.
Oh gosh.
So it's not everything. So this pisses me off because they made all of $1.60 off of me.
Right, that's it. That sucks because you spend a lot on Amazon.
I know it. Your auto ships don't count. So I have like my dog food, cat litter. Trust me, the delivery people hate me. They're all on autos, the auto ship and save. Because you get a really nice discount.
They benefit. I mean, they encourage you guys to do your auto ships. So then maybe taking it off auto ship so your charity makes more money might make them reconsider their policy on that.
I think so. I'm going to look into it to see how much they would donate if I wasn't on the auto ship, because it wouldn't cost me that much more. But I'd rather have the money going to them than me.
For sure. Well, yeah, for sure. I always feel guilty, like when you just ask me about that, and me saying no, I feel like such a jerk. Like when we're at the store and somebody's like, "We're taking money for blah 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 today. Would you like to donate $1?" And I, like if I was just at the store, I rarely say yes. I just rarely say yes, and I feel like such a jerk saying no. I know the person behind the register doesn't care, but still, I feel you don't want to. Oh, you want all kids to be sick? Like, no, I don't want kids to be sick, but I don't want to donate $5 right now.
You go to Petco, they literally have a puppy sitting in a crate right at the end of the checkout.
It's terrible.
There's literally a puppy in a crate with the name of the charity that the money's going to. And it's like, you round it up, whatever.
Right, I know. And like I love the roundup thing, so much easier for me to digest. If it's another $5 on top of, if everybody would just say round up for whatever charity, done. Because I like seeing even numbers, round numbers in my account anyway. So do that all day. I'm fine with that.
Good with that too.
Okay, so a weird thing on Amazon also, while you're talking about Amazon. So the other night, sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden it's probably 10 o'clock and the phone rings and it's Bennett. And this is going to tie back into Amazon for a second. In a second, he's calling me. He's like, "Dad, I got a question. Is there such a thing as blinker fluid?" I could tell he's kind of panicked. I'm like, no.
Oh,
I'm like, no. I said, "Bud." I said, "Why?" He goes, "I'm just wondering." I could hear kind of people giggling. So I have a feeling that he fell for the old because I checked his location and I noticed he was at Walmart for a minute. I checked it about 10 minutes before and he was at Walmart. So I wonder if he fell. I haven't asked him yet if he fell for the whole blinker fluid prank. You know, he probably walked around there forever. But what's funny is I'm having this conversation with him on the phone, and I say the word blinker fluid 3 or 4 times out loud. And I have a screenshot of it. No more than 10 minutes later, on Beth's phone, she was sitting on the couch next to me, she gets an ad on Facebook, and it's from Amazon.com, and the first thing on it is prank blinker fluid.
What?
Not even joking. I'll put the picture on Facebook, and it literally, the first thing, it's like a jug, and it says blinker fluid, maximum strength, ha ha ha, in the description. No kidding.
I'm looking it up right this minute. Oh my God.
And it's a black bottle. It's a white bottle, but it's like yellow and black kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Amazon choice too. That's the best.
Max strength. Yep. So I'm thinking that, we all know that Amazon listens and whatever, but that was the most direct. Sometimes you can say, well, maybe somebody else was searching. I haven't said that word out loud in 15 years.
This is great, man.
Right?
This is a moneymaker. I'm surprised you didn't come up with this. It's literally an 8-ounce empty bottle.
Right. I know.
With a label on it.
And I'm sure
it looks like.
And I'm sure if you look in there farther, I'm sure there's a product called muffler bearings too. Because I felt that. And also look for keys to the batter's box, because I've fallen for both of those.
I'm just disappointed that you haven't already nailed your son on these.
I just didn't. I don't know. I just don't think about that kind of stuff. Because I would actually feel really bad if if Sophia spent like an hour and a half going from store to store. If I wasn't there to see their disappointment when they came out of the store.
I know. What's the point, right?
Right, exactly.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's not over yet. Yeah, he's out of high school, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, he hasn't moved out yet. So I will post that picture on our Facebook page. It's Pat and JT. Also, you guys can go get to some text in the next few episodes as well. It's 402-403-9478. And like on Facebook, it's Pat and JT, but Twitter, Instagram as well. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Have a great week.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.